I oh, hello guys, today we tengok a show ke Sodorland. I don't know how to read. Okay, and we back. This lesson, I don't know if it's lesson or not, but I don't know what's going on.
Waiting at the station. It's 5 minutes to go before your train sets off. On the pedestrian bridge, you see a young mother pushing a pram. She's running to catch the train. But you're already setting off. Why are you doing that? It's 5 p.m, rush hour, Friday afternoon. It's going to be a busy train, but you're only pulling 2 carriages. People are being crushed. Some can't even get to the doors of their stops. They demand more carriages, but you're not listening. You've even given up caring. They cackle. They mean nothing to you. Why is that? Why is that? Why is that? Dad created the Walsh fortnightly test to help biofused engines cope with their transition. Now it's used to find engines disguised and hiding on the mainland. Dad loved the engines right up until the end. In 2018, I watched as children's celebrity Thomas the Tank Engine lifted him up and tore him apart.
Oh.
If that didn't ruin my childhood, the consequences would. Was Thomas punished? Were his people treated as the lesser life forms they were? He was taken to Sodor and given his freedom. Every biofused freak left in the UK was free to return to Sodor. As for me, I replaced my grief with hatred. I even found the perfect target for me anger. A hangar on Sodor's airfield, once owned by Sodor Research and hiding an embarrassing secret. Hundreds of trucks, failed biofusings, stored as raw materials for biofusion procedures, and now left to die. But not fast enough for me. Was I thanked? Did real people sympathise? No. I was incarcerated. For the time being, an embarrassment for my country. But only for the time being. As for Thomas, he began campaigning to make Sodor a sovereign state, with him at the helm, of course. Not long after, an illegal referendum was announced. Engines that could rolled up to polling stations and made their superfluous marks on inconsequential forms. Of course, the UK dismissed the decision, so the engines took the next step, forcing the people out of their own homes and towns. Petty acts of dissent, ranging from threats, civil disobedience, vandalism, to public indecency. As such intimidation became less effective, it was time for harsher measures. Chris Dixon was by now well known as the deadliest combatant in the Japanese engine MMA circuit. Engines tricked into coming to Tokyo were mutilated, turned into fighting machines, and then idolized by the baying mob. Oliver was the lucky one. He was retired to form the basis of a kid's playground. After years of pummeling his fellow engines into submission, Thomas funded the release and return of Duck. But what appeared as an act of charity was something else entirely. Thomas knew that despite Duck's outwardly calm demeanour, his demons would eventually be dragged back to the surface. A bribe or two to a corrupt driver and signalman, and the scene was set.
Beg pardon, sir. Excuse my intrusion. No, I won't. You frighten my customers. I'll teach you.
What was left of the island's indigenous population fled in fear for their lives, leaving Thomas in charge of a rogue state right off the UK coastline. Fearing coalition with other enemy states, the UK began a blockade of the island. No coal, no fuel, nothing allowed in or out. We would be the next step in purging our country. Apart from military use, all biofused engines would be banned from the mainland. Given the designation rail riders, recruited from the many whose lives were ravaged by biofusion, we would be employed to track down and deal with these illegals in any way we saw fit. Which brings us to Herson here. Lured to Sodor with the promise of new life, he would give his life savings to engines with next to no knowledge of biofusion. The results were monsters like this. You have to wonder what conditions were like on Sodor for him to choose to hide here for all those years. Ali Salako's psychic therapy. As if a married couple of engines weren't sick enough, Picari and Ali Salako's marriage was between an engine and a real person. A miniature engine of squirming village fate, they met and were married within 6 months. In 1990, Picari was taken ill, rushed to Sodor research, where he never left, just more raw material. Ali went on to make a modest living doing psychic readings. Biofusion had always been linked to ESP, but how does this help someone who were never biofused. Time to make an appointment, get my questions answered. I suppose this is where you end up after mixing with engines for too long. Poetic justice.
Sit down, Mr. Hartley.
Who said that?
I sense a great enmity in you. Hatred, fury, but also regret. Shame. Where does this remorse come from, Mr. Hartley? What has been done to you? Share your pain. Open your mind to me. Show me your soul. Show me everything.
Get inside!
No. Please! Please, no! Please! No! Please! No, please! A child! A child! We have a child! Please!
Picari was the survivor. He hid his wife's death all these years and used her so he could stay on the mainland. She was quite the hoarder in her time, kept everything, including unpaid checks and records of treatment from Goethe Medical, a division of Sodor Research, and situated where else? you took your engines for repair. Your biofused abominations to be scrapped, and a fat bastard's embarrassments to be covered up. And Gersa Medical. Hallie had longed for children, and when Picari were taken ill, Sodor Research offered them the opportunity to have one. Taking the DNA of both parties and using IVF to make their sick dream possible. How desperate do you have to be to put your life in the hands of people with no idea of what the outcome would be?
That's it. Deep breaths now. You're doing fine. Keep pushing. Head down now. Keep going. Oh my god. Oh Jesus. What is that?
There's no record of offspring. So where is this monster now? What kind of sick minds are behind this? Pan right 1. No one behind the scenes. Pan left 6-1. Zoom 3-5. Polarize 9-14. Zoom 3-12. Enhance 15-21. Track left 4. Seems the professor never left the Gersa's shadow after all. Despite Hans Gersa's disappearance from public gaze, he had his bloody hands in everything. Before his death, Hans worked tirelessly, trying to interbreed DNA with biofusion. Success would come, not with creating new life, but bringing back something that had already had its time. The records end here, with its birth. It's no mystery where this creature is now. Getting over the border would not be so easy. Thomas had employed a sentry. Terry Claus wanted nothing more than to be a diesel engine. He worshipped Diesel, Mavis, Boko. After he raised the money, the operation was rushed through before biofusion was banned. But in their haste, Sodor Research weren't made aware of Terry's psychiatric history. Dissociative identity disorder, otherwise known as split personality. While one individual side of Terry took the form of an engine, another side of him took shape in quite another way. embargo on Sodor had taken its toll. Engines forced to use water from ditches, share coal from meagre stores, led to disease, sickness, a biofusion plague. Seeing his own mortality and the end of his reign on the horizon, Thomas emerged from the shadows. Giving up any pretense of wanting to become his former self, he allowed biofused engines to attempt to restore him to his engine form. The result was the mutilated freak the world saw that day.
You think you've won? You think I don't know what I gained from my people?
Thomas's last act wasn't some glorious show of repentance or contrition. It was the gift of death. The biofusion plague worked just as quickly and deadly on wood as it did organics. To combat this spread, the government made a harsh decision. A series of bomb raids The resulting firewall
Sacrifice
cut off the town
person.
from the rest of the UK. As for the people on the border, miles of dilapidated buildings, streets lined with abandoned, diseased, drug-dependent wretches, and things only got worse after the bombings. To get there, I'm going to have to play a significant card. Hello, Tobe. Don't act so surprised. You knew I'd arrive eventually. I've left you alone all this time, but only till I needed you. Have you fully recovered from your experience with Project G1? It must have been terrible, seeing your clone dragged away like that. Sir? Oh, I don't think we need that private. Toby knows his situation. For a class 42, I need 14 gallons of paint stripper and a concrete breaker. For Toby, I only need a box of matches. See, you're gonna get me somewhere real people can't go. Okay. Let's get started, shall we? A rail rider is granted the privilege of disposing of his quarry however he sees fit. While some might find my methods barbarous, I'm positively compassionate compared to some. Captain Tor simply fires them up, waits for the waters to dry out. Colonel Betcher likes to dissect an engine alive and sell off the parts for scrap. And Major Laffins prefers to send a message back to Sodor. He lobotomizes his engines and sends them rolling across the border. Through the remains of the festering stain in the north of England and straight onto Sodor. What do you think you're doing? Look at him, into his eyes. He's another brain job. I smell man on you. I know what evil men can do. What man is capable of. Let him through. Welcome back, Toby. I'm afraid home is not what you remember. So this was Sanctuary. The promised land offered to engines by the diseased, twisted blue mind that abandoned them. Beyond the sick and dying are what remains of engines long since dead. Remnants of a UK history best left forgotten and shut away behind its gates. What hopes the Sodor population had of repairing them, abandoned years ago, as starvation, sickness, and disease took the will. How to find the answers I'm looking for in this dead land? Look to the only place where the lights are still on.
Ooh. Shell 17. Ooh. Oh.
Young Master Hartley, your timely arrival could not be more perfect. You are here, I assume, to witness the final maturation of my creation.
Was it worth it, Professor? The lies, the murders.
Worth it? The endeavor, my struggle, the sacrifice. Yes, how Escafon.
It was all done in servitude to a dead family. Or was this your sick dream?
This was always the cursed ambition, to bring him back from the grave after all the years of trying.
But it can't be the same.
No, he will be better than us. Think of it, a bipedal form, but with the organic inner workings, nervous system, and electrical and chemical brain of biofusion. I call it human being. Imagine man, but with the capability of logical, compassionate, rational thought. Think of this world with men such as these leading us. No more war, no more starvation, no more greed, no more terror. This is the Gersa legacy I have finally completed.
It's over, Professor. You think the world will stand by while you bring back your Führer?
Führer?
You fool! You never understood, none of you. Secret's dream was not to bring back a dictator. Secret's dream was to bring back...
What is that?
Plastic.
Well, here we are. You got something to say? Something to say to me? What do you want from me? What do you want from me? Do I have to do all the talking? Well, I know what I've done. I've done bad things. I tried to change. I tried to forget. I was too fucking weak. I was too fucking weak. Well, where were you? Where the fuck were you? Well, do something. Say something.
Oh, what? What? You did me like that? Who is that man? Separation. What's who's that? Who's that man? The clothes. Who is that? Excuse. That place is where I got my money. Who is that most powerful? Who is it? Oh my god, what happened to Thomas? Thomas was nice. Oh my god. Who is who? Anybody, please let me know who that is. I know you like to hear what you say. Stay tuned. Oh my god. Stay tuned to again. Till next time. Wait a minute. Okay. What?
So did I. You father.
What? Somebody.